There's a very large spectrum of how much you can actually charge for mobile detailing, whether you want to make an extreme amount of money but have a little bit of customers, or you want to make a decent amount of money and a lot of customers. The difficulty here is that you have to decide how much money that you want to make, how much money that you're actually worth, because if the customer can tell that you're low quality, you're not going to retain any customers. In this video, I'm going to explain how you can make thousands of dollars a month mobile detailing and how you can do it 2 different ways. The truth is, yes, whenever I started out, I was using all kinds of different cheap prices to where I could get a large customer base, and people say all the time that over time, you can actually increase this and your customers are going to stay with you because this is what they've known. But if I could go back again, I actually would do the complete opposite. I don't think this is a strong structure. I think that if you try to charge your customers half the price of what you're going to get to in 6 months, that's not fair to them, and they're probably not going to uphold service with you. They could go anywhere else. There is, of course, exceptions. Maybe you offer once in a lifetime kind of service quality, and the customer would lose out completely if they try to go in any other direction, and maybe it's somebody you also know that the customer's not going to leave you. QuoteIQ is incredible, especially if you need help keeping up with customers, sending estimates, invoices, or collecting payments. Give QuoteIQ a try for free. Just click the link in the comment section and the description of this video. QuoteIQ is also the fastest way to send estimates, invoices, and secure payment from your customers, and even providing you with real-time business analytics such as close ratio, sales, and expense tracking. And that being said, if this is the kind of route that you're going to take, if you're going to open up your business with very cheap, very small pricing, in this way that you can start stacking up a major amount of clients, I would be prepared to lose about half those clients just because people don't like being lied to up front to hear that the price is actually way more in the next couple months. But first of all, whenever I started coming out and doing my own pricing, there's a lot of different ways you could go about this. You could find shops near you, you could find other mobile detailers that have different kind of pricing and base yours around that. But I mostly go off of size, and then I try to pay myself about $100 an hour. This might sound extreme to you, and Matt, why would anybody ever pay that much, $100 an hour? Of course, the customer doesn't know that I'm going to be charging them per hour. I'm giving them a base flat rate price that I'm doing based off of all the services I'm going to give them and the size of their vehicle and the distance I have to travel. And in this case, I've set up a mobile detailing structure that I offer very simple, very limited amount of services. This way I'm not staying at jobs for too long. I'm actually able to make this $100 an hour very easily, and I'm not having to be at jobs for 4 hours. Maybe I'm only making $200 per job, but imagine the kind of customers I can get to and the amount of customers I can get to using a price this cheap. And once again, I know what you might be thinking, Matt, either that's way too cheap or either Matt, that's way too expensive. I think that I'm very much in a good spot as far as the services that I offer, and I am mobile. I'm going to customers, making them comfortable, keeping things very convenient, and I leave with nothing less than the best quality that I can offer, along with my process being super tight, super ready, because I've done so many jobs. And this is another trick of the trade. Whenever you start a service business like this, you kind of have to go ahead and mark yourself up to any kind of price you've ever heard, or set your own price points and do a lot of testing. I lost a lot of mobile detailing jobs from customers that were messaging me, very hot, very warm leads that wanted to work with me, but I charged too much money. So then I start moving it down, and then I start charging way too little. You want to have about a 70 to 80% acceptance rate in that way to know that you're making enough money to actually be paying yourself, making profit, not having any problems, but you're also not too cheap to where you got every job out the wazoo. I would say to always keep in mind whenever you're trying to run your business and set these price points, I understand you want to get as much work as possible, but listen, the guy that's doing jobs every single day doesn't mean that he's making a ton of money, doesn't even make that he's making enough money to maintain his business. He might just be charging super cheap like the guy down the street named Juan in one of my comments recently. And then you come back to the other side of the spectrum. Could I be charging $1,000 for a mobile detailing? There was a guy a couple weeks ago that I saw that charges $1,300 every single detail. Well, you start to sit yourself in a position where you can only receive such high level clientele that's not going to be getting their car detailed that often. Maybe every time they do get it detailed, you get a nice payout, but how long are you going to be there? 6, 7 hours? Because you have to offer so many services to accumulate that kind of price. At the end of the day, I think it's always smart to find your own good balance. Try to find the level of quality work that you want to provide. Try to find the level of hours and amount of time and labor you want to actually put into some of these jobs. I understand you have a business. You could always be hustling harder. That's going to be people's main concern. Oh, you're only making $2,000 a month detailing and you're charging $200 a job. Yeah, well, maybe I don't want to do a stupid amount of jobs. You can make a decent amount of money. It could be an easy side hustle for you, and you're only at jobs for 2 hours, which makes it very maintainable for anybody, and any average Joe could start this and make a couple grand. A lot of my subscribers have been struggling to get more customers or even their first customer, but I developed my own lead strategy that has gotten me my first $10,000 in jobs. And good news, my course is completely finished. If you guys want to learn my strategy of how I've gotten $10,000 in free leads that I can continue to service day after day after day, there is now a number that you can contact. Listen, the course is not going to be for free. I give away a lot of good information on this channel, but if you want to take your business to the next level, or you're thinking about starting a business but you don't know how to get customers, in this course I'm going to teach you how not to get scammed, how to get thousands of dollars in free customers that you can service on and on and on. Also, how to talk to customers and make sure that you sell your service quickly and efficiently with my own personal messages that I've had with customers. You guys can contact this number up here, and if you send me the word strategy, we're going to get you set up immediately.